Hello all, Dr. Andrew Von Plitt here again, doing another response to some comments and answering some questions. If you are new to this channel and you're not sure what it is that I do here, and you are interested in Tai Chi and Qigong, please go to Andrew Plitt, that's andrewplitt.com, and you can see pretty much just about everything that I've made relating to Tai Chi and Qigong instruction in one place, so andrewplitt.com, that's a good spot. And if you're interested in like naturopathic medicine or natural medicine, those types of things, you can go to Dr. Von Plitt. So that's drvonplitt.com, and you can find out more about that there. So the first thing that I'm going to cover today is just response to a couple of comments. And the first comment comes from someone who subscribed to the channel. So thank you for being a subscriber. Username is Katerina. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But this comment is left on one of the Tai Chi 24 form videos. And they basically say, thank you for sharing. Picked up where I left off. The wave hands like clouds form is making sense to me now. Awesome. So the wave hands like clouds portion of Tai Chi is something that is very challenging, especially if you're new to Tai Chi, but even if you've been doing it a while, that can be a big sticking point for a lot of people. So congratulations on making sense of that, on actually being able to go forward and practice cloud hands or wave hands like clouds. So that's very exciting. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for being a subscriber. And thank you for the comment. Appreciate that as well. So the next comment comes from Nathan Cohen. So supporting member of the channel. Again, thank you for being a supporting member. Really appreciate that. And I appreciate all you out there who are supporting members. And this is in response to the last live stream that I did where I answered a question from Nathan Cohen's. They say, thank you, well explained, makes sense, great, glad to hear the last video answered the question you were looking for, and I'll keep signaling my central nervous system in the beginning and end of standing post Qigong. Awesome. I think that will do many great things for your standing post Qigong training. All right, and then the question that I'm going to get to today comes from someone with the username of just Andy. It's a good, solid username. It's on one of the silk reeling videos, and they're basically saying that the format of the series and the videos makes a lot of sense and is very helpful. I'm glad to hear that. And then they go on to say, basically following the logic of the series, I feel there are a couple videos not here on YouTube, maybe a video 19 with inward reeling arm and the full body integration, and maybe a video 20 with both arms with full body integration. Did you ever make these? May I see them anywhere else than YouTube? So this is a good question, and this is one of the, I guess, downsides of having many different series going at once and also being very busy with everything else I have going on in life. Many series are not complete. They're partly complete, but they have more videos coming. So that video 19 and 20 that you're talking about, you're right. Those are the next ones that are in the lineup. I think I filmed that next one with the full body integration with the inward reeling arm. And I just haven't gotten around to editing that one. Or that was one of the videos where the sound quality was so bad that I'm going to have to redo it. I don't remember which it is, but I'll look into it and try to get that one up somewhat soon. But yeah, those are basically the next two videos in the series. I have a series up that's called Taiji for healthcare practitioners, if I remember correctly. That has it's more like condensed instructions on silk reeling, and I think I did up through two-hand silk reeling. I did inward, outward, two-hand, and then I think I added steps with the two-hand, which basically turned it into cloud hands. I think that's how much I did in that series. So you can basically get a head start on it with those videos, but it is a little bit more basic, not as in-depth as the silk reeling series. But those videos are on the way. Good intuition on where that's headed, and they're not anywhere else currently. I used to post videos on other platforms. Right now, I'm just posting on YouTube. So if you're going to find a video from me, it will be on YouTube first, and then I'll put it somewhere else as well. Typically, right now, After I post things on YouTube, I basically put them over on andrewplitt.com. I think I need to update that. I don't think I've put the last couple of videos over there. But on andrewplitt.com, I try to keep things a little bit more structured than they can be on YouTube. I try to keep things in playlists and keep things organized on YouTube so it's easy for people to find video series and find out what video comes next and keep like thoughts and topics together that way. But it's a little easier to do that in a website setting than on YouTube. So andrewplitt.com is where I do that. So I hope that answered your question, Andy. Thank you so much for leaving the comment. And I'm going to check to see if there's any new comments or questions that I can address while I'm doing this live stream. If anyone watching has any questions or comments, please feel free, if my words will work here, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will get those answered before I end this live stream. So let's see. Not seeing any new comments since I last checked, so I think that's probably going to wrap this up pretty soon. There is one thing that I did want to just kind of go off on a side trail on. I'm not sure. I'll probably do it. I'll probably do it now. But I was considering just doing like a separate video. But it's kind of this concept of as you practice Tai Chi, it should be like Tai Chi should be a very humbling art. Tai Chi and Qigong should be things that increase a person's humility rather than increasing their overconfidence or kind of, I'm not sure the best way to describe it. And when I say it's a humbling experience, it's not like, you're embarrassed or beat down or something by Tai Chi. It's more that the deeper you go in your Tai Chi training and your Qigong training, if you're doing it well and if you're doing it right and if you're being led by good instructors, the deeper you go into it, the more you realize there is to know and the more depth you see and the more you realize how little you actually know. And it seems like the further you go into it, the more you realize you don't know half as much as you thought you did. And I feel like that's kind of one of the big beauties of Tai Chi and Qigong training is that even though you progress and you get so much further than you used to be and you learn so much and it changes you so much, the depth that's there is infinite. Like there's so much further you can go in it. And the further you go, um, if you're doing it right, like I said, if you're in the right mindset and if you're doing it under the correct instruction, it should be very humbling in that you realize how much further you have to go with each step that you advance. And even though you may be light years ahead of where you used to be or where those around you are, even if you're an instructor and you're kind of getting toward the pinnacle of what you kind of are expected to know as an instructor, um, if you're doing it right, then it's going to help you be more humble and a better person at the end of it, rather than a very kind of boisterous, bragging, aggressive kind of person. So, yeah, I would encourage you as you train to keep inventory of what's going on inside you as you're training and to keep that mindset that no matter how much you know, there's more to know. And allow that to be something that is kind of, I don't know if I want to say keeps you in check, but it keeps you in the right mindset as you go forward. So, yeah, just a random thought that I wanted to share with you. Hopefully, that's helpful in some way to someone out there listening. So that is all I have for today. I'm going to wrap this up. I wish you all the best. Thank you all so much for your interest in Tai Chi and Qigong and your enthusiasm for these things. Thank you for your support on this channel. And more content is on the way, so stay tuned. The next video that should be coming out, I believe, is in the Taiji 10 form series, and it's going to be the connecting movements for all the movements up until the most recent one that I posted, which I believe was movement 4 of the form. So it'll basically be same as the other connecting movement videos where I demonstrate from the front and then turn around and you can follow along for all those movements put together. So I hope that's helpful for you. Stay tuned for the content. Wishing you all the best. Have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon.